Now today I'm going to be showing you how to do ATM, an absolutely beautiful cardistry move that you can do over and over and over, and it honestly never gets old. So let me get straight into it. Your bottom hand is going to be a mechanic's grip. Mechanic's grip is where your left hand is on the bottom, you have the thumb down the left long edge, your index on the top, and your middle ring and pinky down the right long edge. You're going to come over with your right hand and take about 10-ish cards, pick that up with your thumb on the bottom right hand corner, and your middle finger on the top left, and you're going to pick those up here. Your index finger on your right hand is going to take this on this top left long edge, so right here, you're going to spin it around 180 degrees to where your index is now on the back of the card, to where you can now have it, to where if the spectator is looking at it, you can now see the backs on both sides. Now, for the most part, we're not going to work on catching until the end. We're going to work on how to actually flick it off of here on from here to the other side, because for the most part this is going to be the hard part that takes the most practice. So you take it here and you spin it around. Now once you're here, one thing that I always did was I was pulling down. This is going to be a very big difference between pulling back or pulling forward. You're going to, for the most part, pull straight down instead of any other direction. The other thing is, where your thumb and your middle finger are placed on the card makes such a big difference. The difference is this. It's depending on how far you hook it. So I'll just show you on the whole deck. Right now, this is completely clutching onto the deck. This is really having it really loose, and this is just barely over the lip. You'll want it barely over, just like this. This is too far down, this is too far over. So what you'll want is the same basic concept for this. So on your middle finger, it's barely over on that corner, and same for the thumb. It's still higher, but being over the card is just slightly. Now when it's happening, what's not going to happen is if I'm all the way over it, you won't be able to actually pull this card out, and it'll be stuck there because you're putting so much pressure on with that middle and thumb. The other thing you want to know with this is that if you only have these three fingers, you won't be able to pull it because it'll just push it back the whole time. So your index finger is going to put pressure on this back side. Then the combination of it going index being a little bit higher and your middle finger, your ring finger I mean, being a little bit lower. So now you have this combination here. That pressure is going to let you then pull this down. Now the other thing I learned when I was originally learning this move is that if you're putting so much pressure on the back and pulling so hard with your ring, it's not really going to do much. Let your ring do most of the work. It's not going to have to do a ton. Your ring is going to be able to pull this off pretty easy. Like for the most part, it's just going to go like this. Your index finger is going to have to do a good bit of pushing though, so make sure you have that down. So spin, then you're going to have it here. If you haven't done the Charlier cut, I have done a tutorial on it, and I'll leave that in the description and popping up at the top here. So now that you're here, and you have this to catch it, you're going to pull this down while pushing in the back. Now you don't want to push to the point to where it bevels it the other way. Just push to where there's enough pressure, and it's going to rotate all 360 degrees. So you're going to be here, it'll rotate down and over. Okay? So down and over. Now you're not going to be holding on to it the whole time. Once you get to about here, you're going to let go. You're not going to be holding on to it and just doing this. This looks dumb. Like it still kind of looks cool as like a fidget move, but it does not look as cool as the actual ATM move being here like this. And obviously the ATM name came from an actual ATM where it shoots out money, and this is going to be shooting out playing cards in the same way. Now I've definitely seen this used in many creative ways. Well, bottom hand is doing mantra, and your top hand is shooting into the different places, which looks so cool. I believe I saw Silas Busk doing it, and I'd definitely check out his Instagram page. But seriously, find as many creative ways to be able to use this move. And if you have any more questions along this line, whether it's for catching or your different grips or not being able to do certain things, let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure to reply to as many of them as I can. See how many of you guys I can help out and get this move down, because that's what this channel is for. And if there's any other specific cardistry move that you'd like to see here on the channel, let me know. And if you want to pick up this deck of cards, it is 10% off in the description using code cardperfectmagician. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off.